Chat, it has been a very, 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 and I mean very long time since we did a spectating bronze Overwatch edition. But I had the recent eureka again of like, wait a minute, I have this endless pool of Rivals players that are now trying Overwatch from the recent resurgence to pull from. And we got this one, Bronze 2 Juno. My thing is I play on my father's old account from Overwatch 1. By the way, technically that's TOS. We shouldn't be telling anyone, you know, I ain't gonna snitch. We're kind of in the despair of bronze, but like, you know, maybe he doesn't play on it anymore. Anyways, he also didn't leave bronze, so I'm thinking either both of us are just dog cheeks at gaming, or his MMR is affecting my rank? Question mark? I'm gonna be so real with you, okay? I haven't even watched anything. I'm 2 sentences in, and I promise you it's not that. I promise you. Now, I will say, because you probably read this on Twitter or whatever else, you can make a fresh account, and if you play really well, like statistically and like quick play and whatnot, and then play really well on your ranked games, you can place all the way into champion. Like, people will do it all the time to like spam freshie accounts. That is a lot easier than grinding an account from bronze to champion, let's say, because you had to play significantly less games. If you were a champion caliber player, you'd be out of bronze by lunchtime though. So I promise you it ain't the account. The account's not holding back. I haven't tried making a new account to check because I feel like that would be against Overwatch's rules. Technically, you're already violating Overwatch's rules by playing on Dad's account, but it's not that big of a deal, I don't think. That said, though, there is a good chance if you made a new account and you placed it, you could place like silver or gold, but you would very quickly fall back to your correct rank. It's actually a well-known placebo in gaming where you make a new account, you place much higher than you normally are. You're like, oh my god, look at me, I'm better, and then you slowly sink back into it. I've been playing Overwatch since 2023, and I almost never once left bronze at all. That should tell you everything. I mostly play support, and I'm not good at DPS/tank, but I think I know how to counter most heroes, and I think I have a pretty good map sense. I mean this with all due respect. I feel like everyone kind of thinks that. Everyone thinks this. This is why you get the bronze player, quote unquote, not saying you particularly, arguing in Twitter replies or whatever, that are like, oh, you didn't swap in Rivals, like, oh, they had a Spider-Man? Why didn't you swap Thing? And it's like, well, yeah, okay, Thing is actually pretty good in Spider-Man. You're not wrong, however, but like, on this particular map, we're solo tanking. You can't solo tank Thing. That's just stupid. Point being, same thing, I guess, let me make the Overwatch equivalent. It's like, what's the Overwatch equivalent? Well, you're always in the solo tank. I don't know. It's like, well, they have one tank. Why didn't you go Malga? I don't know, because it just didn't call for it. Whatever it is. My aim is not the best, honestly, unless I'm on Widow. Any suggestions would be nice, and I find your roasts really funny. Also, having good aim on Widow and not other characters is actually quite hilarious. I don't know how much I can take this seriously, this thing, because I don't know how much is your dad's time. Maybe it's all yours, but having Mercy, Widowmaker, Juno, D.Va as the top 4 is actually fucking diabolical. So let's go take a look, shall we? All right, for the first time in a very long time, Spectating Bronze Overwatch Edition. Do you think they're duoed? Do you think they're duoed with your new stepdad? Never mind. Also, classic skin check. We already have. Now people have so many options. You get a mythic skin and a mythic gun. Everybody's all tricked out now. I remember when people were rocking the base rare skins. All right. So Juno's a little interesting because I think Juno relies a lot on her survivability. All right, you got a lot of perks, or not perks. Sprays. I was gonna say that though, is like perks are actually a big part of Juno, I feel like, as well. Basically make or break Juno in a lot of ways. My number one thing I want to look for is how often you die. Okay, kind of a little bit of a silly ring going off. Like, ringing at a spawn is fine. If you want to do it perfectly right, technically the tech is to ring like 2.5 seconds or 2 seconds before the doors open. That way the cooldown comes up faster. But you also want to like make sure everyone's getting it. So coming off from the side spawn doesn't do anything. Also, oh Jesus. Are we on console? Hold on, before I get too angry, are we on console? We're on PC. The reason why I asked, is this console, is because there is not a shot in hell, and I use that almost semi as a pun, you are thinking about where you're shooting. Because I swear to God, the ground eats most of the bullets here. You're not aiming and clicking, you're just holding left click. I can tell you're holding left click because you're firing as fast as possible. and you're not aiming. So like, if you're playing a shooter game, okay, let's say you're playing Call of Duty, right? Or Valorant or something. Would you ever walk around just holding left click? No, that's just stupid. You would never do that. For some reason in hero shooters, people do it a lot because of how much uptime there is. And so you're not aiming and clicking, you're just holding left click down and moving your mouse and hoping things happen. My brother in Christ, you have shot 100 bullets and you have yet to hit the Zen with a single one so far. Dog cheeks is an understatement at the moment. So your Mauga clearly has needed help there. Luckily he survived by some grace of God. But your priority is a little bit all over the place on like who needs what. So he's probably fucking dead, but you can still try to save him. I wouldn't run into it though. You don't have to get much closer. Typically when somebody has really bad aim, they compensate for it by W keying at their teammate, especially on support. If you want to see if a support player really sucks balls, when they're healing someone, are they constantly trying to get closer to them? It is a telltale sign. It is actually unironically a telltale sign. DPS players will actually back away. So if you're fighting someone on DPS and you're sucking and you're missing your shots, they actually back away because they view it as a threat and they want to get further away from the damage. Supports though, when they're trying to heal and they suck, want to walk closer because they want to get closer to doing healing. So mechanically, we have major work to do, but that's I would give it because we're in fucking bronze. So every single right click of the Juno ult or the Juno's rockets has been basically useless. You've only gotten a single person every single time. If you just took a half a second longer, you'd actually get way more value. Even right there would have been a great time to have it up. You could have just used it on everybody standing there. And it's like, okay, we use it again on one person. There's no real need to, but this is bronze. Again, your Mauga just fucking caged literally fucking nobody. So, first things first, stop holding left click all the fucking time. You're just literally burning all your ammo. You're not even clicking it. Second off, I'd like to see you actually use a right click that's not fucking useless. That was the first one that wasn't useless. You do explode though because they're ulting. Now, if we were somewhere above bronze, we would probably react that, hey, you know, we hear fucking Emery ult coming around the corner here. I probably shouldn't stand out in the open and just get two tapped by it, but like, I think that's asking a little bit too much right now. Might be asking a little too much. Where's the Tracer? Good call, good question. Couldn't fucking tell you. They're probably over there somewhere. Your Juno rockets need severe work. Also, what in the world is your sensitivity? Holy shit, do you play on 9,000 sensitivity? Dude, if you had aim, people would think you're cheating. That was actually a half decent torpedo, but don't give up. Don't give up on the kill. So, you're playing support, right? Overwatch support is basically just DPS light. So, like, so far, you have 600 damage, which is actually not that bad, but I would expect it to be much higher just because of how you have torpedoes. Especially in this rank. But, like, here's a great example of what I'm talking about, where you just don't even know what the fuck you're doing. You're just holding left click. Like, shit starts popping off, you just look down and just hope for the best. Ready? A bullet comes in or two. We're just looking straight down. Oh god, what's happening? Things are all over the place. Oh god, where are we? So one thing I would have told you is there's no reason to ignore this guy. You saw him and you can fight back. You can shoot at him. Like, he's just chilling up here. Yeah, you don't leave this guy. And I understand, like, oh, someone else shoot him. No. Oh, you gotta have this mentality that, like, it's not always someone else's job. Sometimes you just gotta do it yourself, and that's especially how you climb. There you go. Now imagine if you did that during your Zen's ult, where you didn't have to be afraid at all. Now imagine if you were doing that consistently. See how much value you can end up bringing? See that Mercy, who's low HP? Now you're gonna run, that's fine. Peacing out is good, don't leave your cast is dead. This is, I wouldn't have not, no, he's dead. Yeah, he's dead. Now, if you could have hit a couple shots there, you might have saved him, but at some point, you gotta realize you play for yourself. You play for yourself, you know? Play for yourself, because sitting there and trying to... I don't know, what's the word? Save everyone, you're never gonna save them. You're not gonna save shit. Ever. Okay. Actually right-click someone? Listen, I could give you a million fucking tips. If you have this mechanics though forever, like we ain't going nowhere. Like we talked about dog cheeks. This is peak dog cheeks. Bronze 2 might be a compliment, honestly. Especially when you get pressured. Like, if you get pressured at all, you just lose all sense of mechanical skill. It goes out the fucking window. It actually goes out the window. It's just gone. You need to be more calm. Either your sensitivity is way too high, and you go, oh! You start moving your mouse all over the place, and you don't know what to do, or what? Oh, for the love of God, please. Listen, I know you want to get in there faster, but you don't have to burn your flight right away, because now would be a great time to have it to go help. Yeah, your perma pre-healing. Your perma pre-healing, which is not a bad habit to have in the middle of a fight. It's a bad habit to have when your cast is sitting 9 miles back holding high noon and their whole team's gone. Yeah, I wouldn't stand there if I were you. I'd leave. Maybe go get the health pack, maybe go underneath. Okay, that's just basic not knowing where to go. Like, if you're out in the, okay, like, you gotta think about this sometimes from the other point of view, right? Like, as this shit's kicking off, this motherfucker is flying through the sky, flying at you in a goddamn straight line. Where do you go? You're literally a sitting duck. Oh yeah, they did say they have good map sense. Survey says that shit was a fucking lie. That was a fucking lie. That was not true. Because everyone thinks they have good map sense when they know where the health packs are. Good map sense is understanding how to use it to your advantage. We have not used it to our advantage a single time yet. All right, that's fine though, because... Nah, actually, I got nothing. You don't even have ults. You have pulse bomb, and I don't think you're hitting that. I would love to see you doing more damage though. Like, I know Juno's not like a huge damage dealer, but I would love for you to like turn that corner. Like, you on this one, you managed to fucking whiff the missiles again. It's a literal auto-aim ability, and with your mechanical skill right now, you need every goddamn piece of help you can get in the mechanics department. This is a freebie. Like, you just turn the corner, look 3 inches more to the left, and you just don't look 3 inches to the left before you charge it. You fire too early. You know? Like, that's valuable ult charge, valuable damage. Alright, so you have Trank up. You want to push? Yeah, W key in. Okay, that's good. Oh my god, imagine if you had mechanics, you could have killed that guy before the res. Oh my god, imagine if you had the ability to... Oh, you gonna piss me off. I was trying to be nice. I was trying to be fucking nice. You gonna piss me off. Why the fuck are you... Why are you walking in a straight line the other direction instead of helping? You're not even shooting at the May. You just put your head down and pretend you don't see anything. What's wrong with you? Why are you like a chicken? What are those animals? Is it chickens? What animal puts their head in the ground when it's scared? I forget. There's a fucking animal that does that. What the fuck is that? An ostrich. These ostriches are big and scary sometimes. You ain't got that. You are not an ostrich. But you got ostrich tendencies. Please help somebody. There is a diva in your backline doing thing. Like, in these fights, when shit kicks off, you are nowhere to be seen. If I'm on the battlefield, hell, if I had to go to fucking war or go to anything and you're by my side, I know my ass is getting cooked every time, because whenever shit kicks off, you put your head down and run in circles. You're like, ah, everybody run! Ah, everyone else do something, please, save me. Why are you helpless? Why are you helpless, chicken? Please stop being helpless, chicken. Wait, what perks did they take? Oh, at least they didn't take the burst one. Wow, I'm actually impressed you did not take auto aim. Good job. Oh, not auto aim, full auto. Mechanically, we need desperate help. We need desperate help in the mechanics department. Desperate. Desperate. You hit me with, when you submitted this, I have good map knowledge. You have good map knowledge? A diva sends the most obvious bomb down main. Quick. Overwatch needs your help. By sending your credit card and the 3 numbers on the back, you can save him. How do you save Overwatch here? Here's your options. A, go towards the Malga cage, which would have been the back of cart, which is where you would have been heading anyways. B, stand in the fucking open. C, do you have Juno ring? I think you already used it. I guess you all got 2 options here. Because your original positioning was so out in the open, you get cooked. Because like right here, you definitely could have lived. If you went towards the car, you definitely could have lived. For sure. Could have lived. Instead, Diva gets 2. Oh my god. This is what I mean about saving your abilities. You don't just spam the one cooldown. You don't spam your flight. You don't spam your fucking ring. You don't spam everything. You gotta hold them a little longer. It's nice to have them when you need them. Can you please hit a fucking missile? I'm getting a little tilted. Please. Okay, your Malga's fine. Your Malga's mostly fine. You probably could have missiled them sooner. There's no point missiling him. You could have missiled him 9 minutes ago, and then right when he was safe, then you missile him. Please stop using your 12 minute long cooldown on one target. It's tilting the fuck out of me. We already have the mechanical skill of a fucking washed up, overripe grapefruit. You are using your auto aim ability on a single target consistently when they're safe. Can you stop? Where the fuck are we going? Dude, you did the headless chicken thing again. Why in the actual shit are you running at their spawn? Brother, if somebody turned the corner here, which they did, by the way, they just said, not my problem. You're both blind as fucking bats, by the way. You're both literal blind as bats. You do not have the mechanics to fight fucking anyone. Dude, you couldn't fight a paper towel. You couldn't fight your way out of a wet paper bag. And yet you're W-keying their spawn, putting your head down until then you can turn around. And then when you finally turn back around, now you're in somewhat of a decent spot to heal things, I guess. But regardless though, there's anything other than shooting your Malga is like painful to watch. Oh, the first good missile of the fucking game is right at the end. And he's dead. That was a good wall by them. You actually can't get mad at that. Well, listen. There is a reason why you are struggling. You can only shoot tanks, and even then, it's like a 50-50. You trying to shoot anything other than the big fucking meat target in front of you is genuinely painful to witness. It is actually like watching a fucking actual sentient apple that's been overripe, rolled down the street, hit by a car, and 9 worms have lived in it for a year. Try to hit shots.
If this person made a new account low-key, I'm not sure if they would unlock ranked.
That's actually kind of a good one. Wait, when did you guys actually get kind of funny? Wait. Okay. You know what? That was another beautiful missile. Unfortunately, you were 9 miles out in the open for like an hour. So like we talked about at the beginning, having good map knowledge, like starting high ground is so great. It's so smart, right? Not exactly the best place for high ground though. I'd probably do this one because it's more safe, right? But then, you know, as things kick off, you kind of give up the guy up top, which is fine. You give it up, you start running, and then you look where you just sit. You just sit in the middle of the fucking open. Look how long you're out here. It's not even for like a second or two. It's consistent. The fact that your ass lived is only because this guy panicked and popped his ice cube early. dude, the shoot in the ground. You know you can melee, right? Like, mix in a melee at this point. That's gotta help. You can't miss those. Like I said, if you watch those shots there, anything that's shooting the Mauga is just off by 10 miles. That was actually one of those examples where you were actually hitting shots in them, which was great. Holy shit. I love how they just like, kind of, like sticking the gun in their nose is definitely a good idea for that. Also, held the torpedoes for once, not too bad. Torpedoes are definitely your best friend, especially with you have.
But they just meant they knew all the maps in the game.
That's actually probably accurate. That's actually probably kind of accurate. You see they're doing it? By the way, for those who earlier, if you missed the beginning when I was talking about how when you don't feel like you can hit shots, you do this thing where you get closer and closer, especially on support.
Degrade in the ocean of tears they have every day when they boot
Like,
up into
they're literally behind the Hanzo go.
It's more like literal dirt. Gets everywhere, needs a shower and still doesn't provide any value unless it has the seeds of life to grow anything clueless.
Realistically, it is fucking hard to get out of bronze if you have this level of mechanical skill. Like, I could turn my monitor off. I could play with my feet. As long as my feet were working and I had toes, I probably could get out just by being able to hit a few shots. Genuinely. That's all I think it takes, is to hit a few shots. But unfortunately, we don't hit anything. And also, anytime when anything happens, we just fucking put our head down and run. That was actually the first time you shot at an enemy instead of healing someone, and that was one time it was debatably not the best idea, but it actually ended up getting the kill. And your ass is dead because... JK. No, double JK. Double debated myself. Because you were so far out in the open. You're out in the open with no cooldowns. You're just dead. You're dead. You're instantly dead. And I don't think even if I gave you better aim, it would really matter here because you kind of choose bad targets, one. And two, you only shoot your tank anyways. So even if I gave you cheats, like, yeah, you'd heal your tank phenomenally. Like, okay, a little late on the trank. Don't you dare hit Q. Don't you motherfucking dare. Don't you motherfucking dare. You take this death. You take this, thank God. I will give you that. You know, you might have the mechanical skill of an overripened grapefruit, but at least you don't have the brain of a rotted fruit. That is pretty good. I'll give you credit there. Hot take, only bots go out the left door. I've never seen a good player go out the left door before, unless it's like for an off angle at the like last fight. Like just trying to get back, I've never once seen the left door be a good choice. The angle just doesn't make sense. So I would actually consider potentially ulting this if they turn the corner. You faced it into the wall, and also I would have got up a little closer. Like this thing's going, it's going in the wall, brother. You gave them your Juno ult. Why the f did you give them your Juno ult? Brother, I understand it's bronze. I understand you can't hit a shot. I understand you have the fucking map knowledge of a very, very good player. I lied. I understand that you're not hitting shots, okay? But like missing the Juno ult aim is diabolical, man. That's awful. They wanted to be nice and share their ults. You cannot be nice and competitive, okay? Like you can be nice to people, but you gotta be ruthless. Hello? I'll give you credit, you reacted. Even though that was nowhere near you, you went and ran for cover. I'll give you credit for that one. Even though I think it was just a random Q in their spawn by accident, but it is what it is. What is happening over there? Did they give up? Where did you just grow these random balls of steel? What the f was that? Bro, out of nowhere, you just decided I'm going in. 1v4. I ain't afraid. If you actually had some mechanical skill, anything behind like above like the where you're at right now, maybe even like a cherry, like a couple cherries that are like on the vine still, you'd be good. You can actually kill things more often. Unfortunately, you're just not off that guy right now. Like like this right now. We literally didn't hit a single bullet on 3 people. We didn't hit one. We've actually continued to miss. Hey, you got that guy. Why is Flats watching this guy? I don't know either, man. I don't know either. I've solved it. You can't look up. That's what it is. You cannot look up or down. That's why you get freaked out. You can't look up and down. You never look up or down. Like those times where you put your head down and run, if you're in flight, people are under you, you don't look at them. Or if they jump over you, you put your head down and you run like a chicken. That's what it is. You can't look up. Oh my God, dude, that's so easy to fix, dude. Like genuinely, you just have to take your mouse and go upwards or downwards. It could actually be a controller too on PC. It genuinely could be. I was thinking that at the beginning. That's why I was trying to see if I could see the inputs in the bottom right to see if I could see what they're using. But if it is a controller on PC, oh my God, stop that right now. Because if you're playing competitive on PC with a controller, you don't get aim assist. You are genuinely hindering yourself like crazy. Just learn how to use the mouse and keyboard. This is not one of those games that'll hold your hand and gives you giant aim assist in ranked. Unless you're on console, then like obviously you're playing against other console players. But like there is no PC ranked aim assist. It doesn't exist. So like you got to get that going.
60 seconds remaining.
But either way though, they don't look up and down. You're gonna look up and down. Here's a good opportunity for a nice torpedo. Beautiful torpedo, actually, finally. Kill that guy. Where are you going? Okay. Putting your head down and running at the Tracer, who you actually cannot hit a single shot on, is certainly a decision. But, like, here's the thing about support. If the entire enemy team is dead, they don't need healing.
How extraordinary.
If the entire enemy team is dead, they don't need healing. You know? You don't need healing if they're dead. You could have killed the Moira. You know, like, you're leaving it up to your Tracer at that point, which I'm not saying is a bad idea to heal your Tracer. Just, you can't really hit that shot, 1. And 2, he was kind of safe. He was kind of away from things. This guy's dead unless you speed ring him. You gotta do it earlier. Also, it seems when things go out of your sight, you forget about them. Like, we watched the Moira fade by. You didn't even look at him. Oh, you're looking for the Emery. Why'd you give up? Oh, you didn't have to give up on that. You didn't have to give back up on the Emery. I mean, your Tracer got him, but imagine if that guy ended up getting healed or got a kill out of it. What are you doing? That's what it is. When you go over somebody, you lose them. You actually can't play the game. So you actually almost died there because you jumped over the Moira and you can't look down. So what we've learned here is grapefruits can't look down, unfortunately, or up, which is weird. But 2, you do not have the map knowledge you think you do. And that is actually not easy to fix because, I mean, it's easy and not easy to fix because you actually know where like the health packs are and know where walls are, but you actually don't know how to use them in stressful situations. So mechanically, you need massive help. I think your sensitivity is way too fucking high. I don't think you can hit a shot, unfortunately. So those are number 1, number 2. Number 3, another account ain't gonna do anything. That's not gonna do shit. And number 4, stop pressing your buttons as soon as you get them. You're wasting them way too fucking early. Could you get out of bronze? Probably. I don't think that was the worst bronze player I've ever watched. But mechanically, that was definitely horrendous. That was really fucking bad. Like I'm kind of worried if I saw you play something other than Juno, where you just hold left click on your tank. I don't know if we would have seen double-digit damage or healing, to be honest with you. So, but there you go. It's been a long time since we did a spectating bronze. I probably took it a little easy on that guy, but that's okay.